This is the 90-Minute Mind, the podcast where football is more than just a game. It's a lifelong education. Here, we break down the world's most beloved sport through the lens of development, mindset, and mastery, from grassroots to greatness. If you're a player chasing the next level, a coach trying to build a better system, or a parent trying to support the dream without burning out her kid, you're in the right place. Because in football, success doesn't come from shortcuts. It's built through rhythm, detail, and consistency. In today's episode, we're building the foundation of that rhythm. We're talking about how to design a high-performance week for young footballers, one that balances training, school, recovery, family, nutrition, and even those early moments of scouting exposure. We'll explore how to schedule sessions for optimal growth, what recovery really looks like for kids, the truth about getting noticed, and how to set up a system that works both on the pitch and at home. Because the future isn't built in one great match, it's built one great week at a time. Let's get into it.
Let's begin by thinking about a typical week in the life of a young soccer player. Not every week is the same. School events, vacations, or tournaments pop up, but structure is the foundation of long-term development. A well-planned weekly routine allows growth without overload. It builds momentum and discipline, while still making space for joy, creativity, and recovery. Most youth players between the ages of 8 and 14 benefit from about 3 focused skill-based training sessions per week. These don't have to be long. 40 to 60 minutes is enough, and each one should have a clear theme. One day could be all about close ball control and decision-making under pressure. Another could focus on shooting and finishing, and a third might highlight passing patterns or 1v1 challenges. Always include some agility or coordination drills, especially for players still developing body awareness. This is when we introduce rhythm, balance, and timing, qualities that can elevate a player long before they ever score a goal. Beyond these individual or small group sessions, there should be at least one dedicated team training day. This session is less about repeating technical drills and more about building chemistry, understanding roles, and learning to solve problems in real time. You might introduce tactical setups, practice transitions between defense and attack, or create match scenarios that force communication and decision-making. Games are important, not just for competition, but as an application of what's being learned. One game or scrimmage per week gives players a chance to test their ideas, make mistakes, and adjust. The key is to frame the match as part of the process, not the goal itself. You're not playing to win at all costs. You're playing to learn. As Pep Guardiola once said, the most important thing is to train the mind as well as the body. Every session should teach a lesson, even if you lose the game. Equally critical are the recovery days. We recommend 2 days each week with no formal training or game. That doesn't mean lying on the couch for 12 hours. It means giving the body and brain a chance to reset. Light activity is great. A swim, a bike ride, juggling the backyard, a family walk, or even a fun pickup game. These are the days when the body processes all the hard work, when strength is built and mental stress fades. Zooming out, each season brings a new rhythm. In the preseason, the focus shifts toward rebuilding endurance, reintroducing movement patterns, and increasing ball touches. During early season, we start layering in team structure, friendly matches, and game rhythm. As the season peaks, the goal becomes maintaining sharpness while protecting the body from overload. Players might rotate roles or reduce session volume slightly to stay fresh. After the season ends, take 4 to 8 weeks to decompress. Off-seasons are perfect for free play, experimenting with new skills, or just enjoying being a kid again. It's important to remember that young athletes are still students and sons or daughters first. Soccer can be a passion, but it should never come at the expense of education, health, or family connection. Coordinate the training week with school schedules. Maybe training moves later on exam days. Use long weekends to schedule recovery time or focused minicamps. And above all, ensure your child still has room to be social outside of soccer. Their emotional development depends on more than just the game. Time spent recovering is not time wasted. It's time invested. Every training session should begin with a dynamic warm-up, not just static stretching, but actual movement. After training, encourage 10 minutes of foam rolling or gentle flexibility work. A small post-training snack, something with both carbs and protein, helps the body repair muscles and refill energy. Think chocolate milk, a banana with nut butter, or a fruit smoothie. Hydration matters too. Water throughout the day is non-negotiable. Sleep is perhaps the most underrated part of training. 9 to 11 hours each night is ideal for youth athletes. Weekends aren't a break from this routine. They're an opportunity to double down on recovery. A good Sunday morning walk followed by stretching can do more than 1,000 cones ever could. Nutrition is a game changer. For breakfast, whole grains and protein create a strong foundation. Oatmeal with berries or eggs and toast. Lunch should be balanced. Lean protein, vegetables, and a complex carbohydrate like rice or potatoes. Snacks should be energy-boosting but simple. Trail mix, crackers and cheese, or yogurt and fruit. Teach kids to start thinking like athletes. Am I fueling my day? Or just filling it? Just as important as the body is the mind. Encourage a small ritual before each session. A single deep breath and a short affirmation like, I train to improve. After games, ask reflective questions instead of giving grades. What did you do well? What would you try differently? Normalize the idea that mistakes are part of mastery. You didn't fail, you learned. Visualization is powerful too. Encourage players to close their eyes and see the pass, the first touch, or the pressure moment. Not perfectly, but with intention. Over time, this builds internal calm and external confidence. Eventually, some players will start to ask the question, how do I get noticed? The truth is, scouting doesn't begin at tryouts. It starts in training. Scouts aren't only looking for tricks or highlight real goals. They watch for control under pressure. They look for intelligence in movement, creativity in tight spaces, and attitude without the ball. They notice who tracks back after a mistake and who makes others better. They want coachable kids who respond to feedback without defensiveness. If your child is preparing to be seen, help them gather highlight clips of training under pressure. Not just perfect shots, but sequences that show awareness and resilience. Attend local talent ID camps that are well organized and honest in their evaluations. Avoid pay-to-play showcases with vague promises. And remember, the player must want it more than the parent. The curiosity, the hunger, the voice asking questions, it should come from them. Scouts notice that too. By building a rhythm of quality training, active recovery, supportive parenting, strong nutrition, and emotional stability, you prepare a young player not just for the next game, but for the next level. This process isn't just about getting to a pro academy or national team. It's about creating a player who can think, adapt, grow, and thrive in any environment. The week is your secret weapon. Use it well.
That's it for episode 5 of the 90-Minute Mind. We've broken down what a great training week actually looks like, not just in terms of sessions and drills, but through the lens of recovery, sleep, nutrition, mental growth, and smart preparation for what lies ahead. It's the kind of structure that turns potential into progress, and progress into performance. If you're serious about development, yours or your child's, then this isn't optional. It's essential. These habits, stacked week after week, create the kind of players that coaches love and scouts remember. And here's the thing. It's not about perfection. It's about building awareness. 1 week at a time. 1 training at a time. 1 rest day at a time. That's how the gap is closed. That's how the dream moves closer. If this episode resonated with you, if it gave you clarity, motivation, or a new angle on how to approach youth development, then share it. Send it to a fellow coach, a teammate, a parent, or a player. Subscribe to the 90-Minute Mind on Spotify or YouTube and leave a review if you can. That's how we keep this mission growing. Next up in episode 6, we're shifting into one of the most overlooked areas in youth football, the mind. We'll explore how to build confidence, reduce fear of failure, and train emotional resilience from an early age. It's one of the most important series we'll do, because talent alone is never enough. Until then, stay sharp, stay focused, and keep doing the small things because the future belongs to those who train their mind as much as their feet. This is the 90-Minute Mind.
See you in episode 6.